Hello, everyone. This is Yamino, the artist of Sister Claire, and I'm joined tonight by...
The one, the only, the incredible, the indelible Ash Barnes. I write the missing moments, and I help Eleanor write the comic.
And tonight, I'm going to be working on two things. I'm going to do the title for the missing moment, and I'm going to work on the wallpaper for this month. And I'm going to try to get it done, but I'm not sure if I can. I'll do as much as possible. So you said torch.
A torch.
How about, I've always liked those torches that kind of look like Gandalf's stick, you know, that have these little spindly spires.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're the wooden kind that are sort of gnarled.
Laura said, weren't you going to start introducing yourselves like the theme for Steven Universe?
Oh yeah, but we're missing one of our members.
Yeah. Maybe when she gets here.
Yeah, we can do it again.
We'll always sing the tea.
I would try to sing it, but I know I can't remember all the words. Sarah has made a pretty good version of it. You'll know when Sarah's here because Zeke is going to bark his head off.
Wow, was that a tiny spider that just fell out of my hair? Oh no. Sick.
Time to wash your hair, Ash.
I just walked Zeke.
Fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
This is Halloween.
This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. Do, 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 do.
Aw. Sarah Dubbs said, "Oh, that's too bad. You have to burn the house down." I'm actually not that afraid of spiders.
We have a pet black widow.
Yeah. Oh boy.
La 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 la. Great, that's gonna be stuck in my head now. Boys and girls of every age, would you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. It's not quite seasonal, but it's a song that I appreciate, you know, for personal reasons. My birthday's on Halloween.
It's more seasonal than Merry Frelling Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
Frel is the F word in the show Farscape.
We've been watching a little bit of Farscape lately.
Hope y'all are doing okay after yesterday's page.
Yeah, hope you all survived that drama bomb.
Gabrielle!
Gabrielle!
What do you mean it's not a baby?
They might be burned, but they're still tasty little kernels. I'll stop.
Laura's like, whispers, I so called it. Yeah, you got it. There's been several people who have gotten it before, and when I see the comments appear, I'm just like flipping out quietly in my chair, and Elena's like it, like it.
The comment, let them know they're on the right track. Hey, David, wasn't there something that you wanted to say to the chat last time? I seem to remember that you had a plan for something to talk about so that people would remember you're here. David's usually pretty quiet. It's okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I do not recall
Okay.
the discussion. Something about Farscape.
Ella, the screen is offline.
Oh, shoot. Apparently the stream is offline.
They can't hear you, baby.
Okay, well, I'm restarting it. Hello. Okay.
Not because of shit when dance this time.
Okay, thanks for letting us know.
So confusion.
Too bad the chat didn't catch that. Hey, Sarah, you should tell that story.
I'll think about it.
We're back.
Can everybody hear us now?
Did you record?
Yes.
Even the outage?
Yes, I did. Sorry, I mean, I don't want to make a new video just for that.
Aw, Riggy. Riggy asked, wait, is that a clementine antler? No.
No, but it's definitely meant to look like one. Be kind of cool if she could set her antlers on fire.
She'd be Santa Claus's Ghost Rider.
They can hear us now, right?
Yeah, they can hear us.
Okay, good.
At least I think they can.
If you can hear us, give us a sign.
Yes, they can hear us. Aw, Kalandra and many others say congrats on 1,000 for Patreon.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for donating and, well, pledging. It's not quite donating. We're really happy to have hit our goal, and we're really excited to do more pages for you.
Thank you all so much. And Dan says he has information for us. I'm assuming it's information about Connecticut.
Goody.
We actually did get an email.
We just found out where our hotel will be. So
Yes.
good. How's this, Ash? Is this good?
That looks fabulous, baby.
I think it's done.
Good.
Time to move along to the wallpaper.
Dan, I'll turn on my Skype really soon. But right now I'm trying to...
We're a bit busy. Kinda busy.
I'm trying to write something.
She's trying to write tonight's missing moment.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that. Gosh.
But it's kind of important. She's got to do it right now.
God, make me look unprofessional.
How is it unprofessional for you to be working on it while I'm also working on it right now?
Laura asked, girls, will we find out what the Not Baby is in the next update, or must we suffer another week?
You're gonna... Well, I'm not gonna say anything. That's a good question.
That's a good question. And Sarah Dubs, who knows that we had barbecue for dinner, asks, how was it?
It was really good. Ash is really good at making barbecue.
Yeah, praise me. Laura said, we will suffer for another month, won't we? I don't know if it's quite a month.
No, and it'll definitely help that we're doing multiple pages.
Yeah. Well, we're not starting the multiple pages until next month.
No, but I mean, it's good that they're starting really soon because a lot of important stuff is happening in this chapter. So,
Skeleton King asked, wait, are you updating more now? Yes, or rather we will be updating more very soon. The first week of August, we will start updating the comic twice a week. Missing Moments will still update 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
That means no more bonus updates for Missing Moments. Sorry, y'all, but I think you'll forgive us for doing
I
a
hope
comic
you can
page
manage
instead.
that, Ash. Ash has a hard time not doing bonus pages. And it's not, I mean, I think that it's really good to let her writing talents just stretch out, you know. Sometimes a story needs a little extra, what's the word I'm looking for? Exposition and stuff to it, but please give me a day to breathe, Ash.
I will.
I'm going to post this title page now, and I'll post the actual page after our streaming is over.
Okay. Aw, Kilandra said, Ash, your garden looks so pretty. The photos on your Tumblr are so inspiring and colorful. Thank you, dear heart. I'm really glad you like it. I really love my garden.
I'm so excited, especially for the watermelons. They get bigger every day.
They do. I'm just hoping that, the squirrels don't get to them before we do.
Should I make a new video for the wallpaper? Maybe?
I think this is fine.
Okay. It was pretty short.
Yeah. Riggy asked, question, is the gigantic shard from the fall of Throne and Mare or Eden? Do you mean the one that was just purified? That Claire just purified?
And while you're answering that, this is this month's wallpaper. It's going to be about little Lupo and Z.
Riggy says yes. They're asking about the shard that Claire just purified. That, this is sort of a spoiler, but not really. I mean, I've talked about it before, but that shard definitely does, did have some of the pain from the fall of Eden and Clementine's death in it. That's why it had horns.
But I also don't think this is a huge spoiler, but a lot of shards since that event have taken on certain attributes that may remind people of Clementine just because her pain spread so far. It affected a lot of shards everywhere.
Yeah, her death was like a ripple effect. There's steps. Oh, they're in their house, aren't they?
No, they're not in their house. They're on the street. But, there are stairs outside. I'm just trying it out. I really don't want to give it no background at all.
Okay.
Do you think it's weird? I could take it away.
Well, right now it's kind of... I think it looks fine.
Because, I could do just, a wall, but it's so boring. Maybe... Oh, kill it, David. I see it.
Looks like a little, firefly.
Is it? I thought I saw it.
It's fatter than a mosquito.
No, it's not a firefly. Oh, it's a moth.
Oh, and now it's dead.
Well, I got a piece of it.
Let's see, I could maybe just make, the frame of a window or something. I wanted it to be, they're in an alleyway. But Ash has kept reminding me this picture needs to be really simple.
Fizzy Pop Jim Pop says, I'm so glad you liked the OC witch I made, Yamino. Little added, think my sound witch plays Highland side drum.
Oh, cool.
That's really neat. I love the idea of a sound witch.
Mm-hmm.
Kalandra said, so, just to clarify for myself, but I think this was covered in an earlier live draw. The pain Clementine absorbed went through her body to her horns that would fall out and regrow, right? Yes and no. When Clementine... What is it? What?
A giant bug just flew onto my
Oh, it's
screen.
a fly. Calm down.
All I saw was the silhouette of a giant body flying onto my screen.
Hang on.
Destroy it, Ash.
I'm gonna kill it. Just give me a second.
Destroy it.
Don't leave it on the floor, please.
Hey, Zeke.
No, don't feed it to Zeke. Come on.
Oh.
Throw it in the trash.
I was answering a question. Sorry. We interrupt your regularly scheduled Ash answering your question so she can throw this fly that she just killed in the garbage. Okay, so Calandra asks, just to recap, that the pain Clementine absorbs goes through her body to her horns that fall out and regrow, right? That's yes and no. Like, Clementine absorbs the pain of shards, and what she can't handle herself, like when it eventually becomes too much for her, it exits her body in the form of horns right now. Snowy asks, why don't we just post like 4 pages at the end of every month?
Because people don't like to wait that long, and because, I mean, would you want to keep up with a comic that only updated once a month?
No.
Yeah, and it's also because we get paid partly through advertising on our website, and we get more clicks onto our site if we update a lot throughout the week, rather than people just going through all at once.
Yeah. Laura asked, wait a second, it just occurred to me. What happened to the horns Clementine shed? That's a good question.
Well, you know where some of them end up.
Yeah.
You've seen someone who had one.
Yes, you have. I think the better question would be, like, we've talked about this before in previous live draws. So, when Clementine sheds her horns, like, when she's finished with them, they're not harmful to anyone anymore. I mean, I'm sure you could still poke somebody with one, but, you know, just in general, like, it's not like seething with dark magic or anything like that. It's just, you know, a plain antler. People probably kept them as trophies, when, especially as she rose to power.
A lot of people kept them. You know how a lot of saints' body parts are kept in churches, especially across Europe? People will claim to have, like, the blood of Christ on a napkin or something. I visited the Church of the Holy Blood, which had exactly that. And there's, you know, various, like, the finger of Saint Agatha or whatever. I imagine there are a lot of holy places and shrines that have Clementine's, like, little pieces of her horns and stuff there.
And places that don't have just her horns, but some of her hair.
There's probably a lot of fakes, too.
Yeah.
People probably try to sell them.
Yes. But, and let's see. But the horns that would be dangerous would be horns that were broken off before Clementine was finished with it. I have implied over and over and over again that what lives in Clementine's horns is still, like, a tangible thing that has some kind of presence and is dangerous. So take that as you will. What do you think would happen if the horns broke off and that stuff spilled out? Calandra asked, why did Catherine never develop horns if she absorbs pain as well? Well, Catherine is not Clementine, for one thing. And she has a different kind of magic. I mean, it does have similarities to her sisters, but, you know. Catherine also doesn't absorb the pain of others nearly as frequently as Clementine does. Ad Makes Art asked a good question. Are Clementine and Catherine's powers just different manifestations of the same thing? Because we've learned that Cat can purify shards, so I have a theory that Catherine and Clementine's powers are essentially the same thing. My reply to that is, that's a good question. Petite Jojo asked, so do witches do pilgrimages to where Clementine's remains are located?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of those places are infested with shards and really toxic. Like, I'm sure there are some, like, shrines that are very heavily warded to allow people to safely view them, but there's probably a lot of places where they're not safe to view. Sad, Lupo. I can think of one place in particular.
Oh, yeah. And y'all will get to see that place. I'm excited about that one. Good questions, y'all. Very good questions. Laura asked, in reference to having a horn that had been broken off versus shed normally. So, to sum it up, Hanabi is fucked. Well, no. Remember, Hanabi did not keep that horn for very long, did she?
She also didn't break it off of her.
No, but it was still a volatile piece.
Mm-hmm.
It was still, how do you say, alive. I don't know what this word means, Elena. You speak French. I do not. Maybe it's not French.
No, it is French, but I don't know what that particular...
Let me copy and paste it, because maybe Google will
Les
tell me.
motifs.
Les motifs. I don't know. Oh. A recurrent theme throughout a musical or literary composition associated with a particular person, idea, or situation.
I knew it would be something like that, but I didn't want to assume.
Oh, like how,
You know, like for Clementine, it's horns.
well, this is music.
Ah, okay.
Like how, like each Steven Universe character has a particular theme.
Yeah, they have their own instrument, too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So they're asking basically like what Claire's instrument would be.
Or what kind of genre. I don't know. I'd have to... Let me give that some thought, darling.
For me, I've always thought of guitar, just because it sounds kind of friendly.
I was
warm.
thinking, like, electric guitar. I'm like,
no,
that's a bit much. That's Lupo.
Yeah. Lupo is like punk music.
Yeah. But Claire, something... I also... Like, I have different thoughts for each of them, but yeah, Claire, ukulele or guitar.
Yeah, ukulele would be a big one.
What's Catherine? Pipes.
Celtic music.
Pipes.
Yeah. Pipes and fiddle.
Mm-hmm. For Oscar, I imagine piano.
I imagine piano or, if you wanted to be like uber French, it could be accordion. I don't mean like polka accordion, though. I mean like, you know, on a cobblestone street person serenading you accordion.
Yeah. This is the night.
Yeah, like that kind. But that's when I think of her in Throne of Maya. But if I think of Oscar, like, you know, sword fighting, I would probably think of piano.
Mm-hmm.
For the twins, I think of pop music.
Yeah. Lady Gaga.
Kesha, Taylor Swift. Not even Lady Gaga so much. That's a little bit too eccentric for them.
That's true, yeah.
I imagine more like really the most popular pop music. Like, I get this feeling on the summer day when you were gone.
Yeah. Here's a...
Oh, while we're on the subject, I want to tell them to listen to that song that reminds us of Lupo.
Let's wait just a little bit.
Okay.
Like, let me answer this question. Calandra asked, this is sad, but how old was everyone when the war ended? Like Clementine, Catherine, Oscar, Olga, and Jackson. Well, the war's not exactly over, but, like, it's been said that the conflict ended when the night that Catherine found Claire, correct? That, well, at least that particular surge of conflict.
The witches lost a lot of will to fight when Clementine died.
Actually, but there was a surge in violence because vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, so when when the conflict stopped temporarily, Clementine was dead. Catherine was... I need my timeline.
I can't look it up right now because it's full of spoilers.
No, I know. Catherine was 25 or 26, so that makes Oscar 24 or 23. Olga 22, and and Jackson is 20, right at, I think, or 19. Estimates, don't hold me to it. I don't have my timeline in front of me. Oh, and Calandra was wondering how old was Clementine when she died. That's a very sad answer. Riggy said Clementine was 21. That's not correct. Sorry to say. There was another question. Let me find it. AdMixArt said, I just wanted to bring notice to what a great job you did giving Claire a Clementine expression on the newest update.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
It's been really fun to show Claire's emotions.
It was my idea to have her horns cocked forward, but Elena did such a great job. Like, she took what was in my head and made it like 10,000 times better. When she showed me the sketch for that panel, I was like, yeah, excellent. Cephalopod Queen says, I have an older dog who's starting to have some scary health problems, so I'm wondering, do witches have ways to prolong their pets' lives? Are Lupo and Luna going to be best friends forever together?
It really depends on the witches, but they may have magic that allows them to help an animal that has a specific problem, but aside from the healing powers you've seen with Catherine, there's very few witches who have the ability to extend lives supernaturally.
Yeah.
There may be healer witches who can help with a specific problem. There may even be witches who can cure specific types of cancer or something like that, but it wouldn't be a catch-all thing. I'm sorry to hear about your dog.
Yeah, me too, darling. There are, like Sarah Dubbs just said, they may have healer flower witches. That's true. There are witches who can manipulate certain things to make people feel better. Mm-hmm. There are witches who can detect problems in people, and who can then give suggestions for how to remedy that problem. Mm-hmm. Snowy asked, in Sister Claire, is there soul-binding magic?
I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, Snowy. That covers such a huge swath of potentials. What exactly do you mean? What kind of situation? I'll be right back. I've been inspired to go hug Zeke.
Oh.
Hey, crazy.
He's upset that I bothered him. Gotcha. Snowy is thinking like Voldemort's snake in Harry Potter. Like Horcruxes, is someone able to put pieces of their soul in objects? Not intentionally, no. That's not to say that pieces of people don't linger. I mean, you've seen them. They do. That's what shards are. Shards are the most bitter parts or most painful parts of people left to linger. Sometimes, like, they're not all bad, like, and they're not all pain, not all the time, but most of the time that's what people see. Maggie Catherine asked, wouldn't the use of magic also be at least a bit of a strain on the user? I just remember something like that was said in a previous stream in regards to the birds. Yes. Using magic does strain the user. It really depends on how much... It depends on the kind of magic and the intensity and all that stuff as to whether or not it's a visible strain. Like, it doesn't really strain Magpie that much to turn into a bird, but to stay in his, in huge-ass mode, for a really long time would be quite difficult for Magpie. Oh, now that's a great question. Amanda asked, working my way through missing moments. So this may already be known, but are there uses for magic that witches consider reprehensible, or at least taboo?
I think necromancy.
Yeah, trying to raise the dead.
Also, a lot of things that nuns fear witches will do that are considered like black witches by nuns would probably be considered the same by witches, like
black witches, black magic.
Did I say black witches? I meant black magic. I meant to say it would be considered that magic that would be considered black magic, even by witches, is what's most feared by nuns, like mind manipulation. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's part of the reason why the twins are so afraid to let people know what their magic is, because they have telepathy and they could, when they were children, and potentially even now if they rekindled that ability, they can go into other people's minds. And can you imagine how dangerous that can be in a wartime setting? Mm-hmm. And if you can go in someone's mind, chances are you might be able to affect it too. And that could be really terrible.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like Star Wars and Harry Potter where like all the more morally questionable like magic powers are referred to as like dark?
No, like I wouldn't really use the term black magic.
Yeah, I'm just using that because that's the term that people know, but I don't think that's ever something we're going to call it.
Yeah, we don't have white magic and black magic in Sister Claire. I think in general, like most magics have uses, no matter what. Even like something like the twins' telepathy is really great for sending messages or for looking inside someone's head to try to, well,
every kind of magic can be used for both good and also devastating.
Yeah.
As like a weapon.
I think
even something like growing plants could be used to kill somebody if you really wanted to. It's all about how they use it, really.
Yeah, it is. Like, magic in general is supposed to be something that's used to help, not hurt. And when people start using it to hurt people, or when witches start using their magic to hurt others, even if it is only in defense, like, it tends to garner them a bad reputation. And some witches have, as you've seen, like the twins, some witches have powers that are almost always considered devastating or bad. This has only come up in the live rights a few times, but I don't know if we'll ever. It probably will come up in the missing moments. I'm sure I'll find some way to work it in there. But Maman has a magic that's largely considered a devastating one. And that's why she doesn't use it very much at all. Also, as she's gotten older, it's gotten harder for her to control it. So, she doesn't usually, but... yeah. Let's see, there were a lot of questions. Riggy asked, is GOD going to come into play, like the thing on Gabrielle's business card? Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The first MacLeod, aka Dan, asked, is there a governing body for magic, such as the White Council in the Dresden Files or the Ministry of Magic in Harry Potter? For magic,
No.
not really.
I mean, there are covens and stuff that maybe govern themselves, but there isn't like one overarching society of magic users. People who use magic are kind of, as in many stories like the X-Men, they're kind of like a metaphor for outcasts of society. And people are born with magic. It's not something they willingly join. It's kind of like there isn't an overarching, as much as conservatives like to say, there isn't a gay agenda because there isn't one like leadership of all gay people.
There is no like rainbow pinnacle.
I wish there was. Like, I would like to have a club card. Maybe I could get like secret discounts on stuff.
You know, there is not someone that we all pay homage to, the Spectrum Excellency.
Great leader.
Yeah. But in terms of like in covens, there are various leaders in the magical world. There are what you would call heavy hitters.
Mm-hmm.
People like like the Bright One, you know, Clementine was one of those heavy hitters. Well, she was the heavy hitter. People like Jackson's mom. People like the alphas in the Wolf Witch clan. Pack, really. Let's see. Is there something on your chair, Sarah?
Okay. I don't know.
Just feed it to see.
It's very colorful.
By the way, Sarah's here.
Hello, chat. Hello.
Make sure to turn your sound off.
I will. It's already off.
Okay.
It's already muted and at 0.
Amanda asks, would being ostracized be the extent of punishment for using magic to harm others? No. The punishment for using magic to harm others, well, it depends on...
Who's doing the punishing.
Yeah, who's doing the punishing. If, you know, you do it in front of Sister Abraham, you're dead. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. To quote Treasure Planet. Riggy is asking, which of the live rights goes into Mummle's magic? It's mentioned, if you look at the live rights that mention Mummle as a character, look for live rights where she gets upset. Oh, the ones about Oscar coming to live with her. It's mentioned there. She has seismic powers, earth-based powers she can manipulate. Yeah.
Earth!
Oh.
Wind! Water!
Sorry. Sorry, what was all of this?
By your powers combined,
I am Captain Mummle! Sorry, I ruined it.
You ruined it! Jedite asked, will we get to find out why Grimm specifically hates GOD? Probably. That's a good question.
Maybe I made his chin a little too pointy.
Oh, Petite Jojo asked, does Magpie have a kleptomaniac streak? No. Magpie does like shiny things.
And stealing things.
Well,
but not obsessively.
Yeah, I mean...
And I also don't think Magpie would steal if there was an option to buy, but usually there isn't, so... I only steal what I can afford. That's everything.
Yeah. Cephalopod Queen said, so, Mummel will literally rock your world, is what you're saying. Yes, I am! Ad Makes Art asked, is Mummel's illness due to disuse of her power, or are the two not related at all? Or perhaps overuse? That's, well, I can't say anything at this moment. I can say that you'll probably never find out for sure. So that's kind of what a crappy answer. Might be. I guess I can say that Mummel's power is not something that's hugely important to the story. That one Gotham guy asks, are Yetis a thing in Sister Claire?
Maybe, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
We don't know.
Probably never gonna get into that.
How'd you know?
Kalandra asks, Mummel prefers to use her fists if someone angers her, no? Well, she's not going to just go around punching everybody that pisses her off. If she did that, there'd be a lot of people with broken noses around. But she certainly does not hesitate to use them if she feels like it's necessary.
You don't want to get punched by her. She has so many rings.
She really does. She's really strong. And if it's not enough dealing with her, think about her household. Like, dang. Or as my mom would say, damn, honey. Snowy asks, does any witch that often purifies shards grow horns, or some, or Clementine? Well, Clementine's really the only witch that purifies shards in this particular way. So she's really the only one that grows horns. Good questions. Sarah, the chat desperately wants you to sing our introduction as the Crystal Gem song. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the alternate lyrics I made up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm not as... I think Elena should learn it so she can sing it, because she's a much better singer.
I don't know the lyrics. I tried to, but then I realized I couldn't remember them. So.
Oh, okay. As in right now? As in, or for an intro next time? Right. Okay. We are the best of friends. We always have a ball. Bookstore, creative bench, and either write or draw. So let good stories and road trips continue for Sarah, Elena, and Ash. That was perfect, David. How'd you know? Did I sing that for you, David, or did I tell you about it?
You sang it once before.
Oh, okay. Good job, Sarah.
Good job.
Thanks, guys. I'm working on my way to the voice. Sorry for the noise. It used to be before David moved here.
I like the revised lyric.
Me too. Amanda asks, Ash, do you experience readers finding metaphors/symbolism in your writing that you did not intentionally create?
Sometimes. Yes.
Sometimes we also get people being like, oh, I see that reference to this, like, really super obscure, like, 70s movie. And we're like, yeah.
It's like, good for you.
And I don't have the heart to tell them, like, no. I'm happy if people see a reference to something they enjoy, even if it's not bitter.
Last time we made the Pepsi popsicles, it was flat. But this time it was fully...
flat, yeah.
Look at this one. It's like going...
I ate all the giblets that, like, bubbled out the freezer.
There's one cran lemonade one.
I'll take that one if no one else.
Go ahead.
I wish I could eat one, but I can't right now.
You're busy.
Busy.
You can have Ash shove it in your face.
Well, not right now. I'm okay.
There's Aang trying to dig through the plastic.
Trying to dig his way to New Zealand.
Oh, we need to buy some more cat litter, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave me here without cat litter.
Sarah's like,
What's Sarah going to eat for lunch?
Ooh, Lupo looks so creepily happy.
I don't think it's creepy.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Whatever.
A little bit.
Well, should
Maybe
I
if you
change
give him,
it?
like, Happy Puffs under his eyes or something. You know what I mean? Because they're just a little... They're a little wide, but I wouldn't change the tops. I'd change the bottoms if you can.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's a lot less.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I did want him to look, like, intensely happy because he normally isn't able to do magic, and I think this is one of the first times he's done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm going to get around to coloring this tonight. Maybe just the line art. What's wrong, Ish?
Hmm?
Are you falling asleep?
No.
Didn't you fall asleep over there?
My head hurts.
It took some effort to
Everybody's like,
try the popsicle.
I thought that was you biting the popsicle. I was like, what is that, a stop noise, David? Have you shown the chat the picture that I drew of Zeke?
no.
You don't have to show it now. Oh, sorry. I'm just saying someday I think you'd appreciate it.
What?
Jedi asks, what's the biggest Clementine's horns have been before they fell? Because for some reason I have a weird, vague memory of them being like tree size with people sitting on them. And I don't know if I imagined that or not. Probably you imagined that.
I think you did. That.
They've gotten pretty big, like enough to be really intimidating when she walks around, enough for the bird witches to perch on them, and they're not like dense in a typical way, but they are still heavy in the sense that she's carrying like pain on, like it's supposed to be symbolic, like there's a lot of heavy stuff on her mind. But we'll eventually show Clementine with her giant rack. Huh. Sarah, you okay over there?
Yeah, I wasn't laughing at that. I was getting a cold-blooded popsicle.
Okay.
But I was also laughing at that a little.
Snowy asked, I had a question. I signed up for the Patreon cameo, and I want to know how it works. Snowy, we will be sending you a message very shortly, asking you about your various preferences and where you would like your cameo to appear. So keep your eyes open for a message from us, or if you like, you can go ahead and send us a message on Patreon telling us whether you're more interested in appearing in the comic or the missing moments. Keep in mind that if you want to appear in the comic, it's going to take longer because, even though we are getting up to double updates really soon, the comic does move slower than the missing moments.
Not only that, but we're not going to have a chance in the comics for a long time to show characters other than the ones that are currently in these scenes.
So. Paulina asks, Ash, I was wondering if you have any advice on developing plot. I'm writing my first comic and I know what happens in the beginning and I know what happens at the end, but I'm having trouble figuring out what's supposed to happen in between. I've found that it's really helpful to try to make a timeline, what happens when, and the timeline doesn't even have to particularly deal with time so much as like a series of events. Like, I'm sure you have some ideas of what you would like to happen in between, if not the order those things are supposed to happen in. And write those things down, and then try to think of how they would relate to each other. Like, okay, how does this character go from getting hot coffee spilled on his crotch to being the savior of all humankind? There's gotta be a progression. How does that happen? Is it, some figure descends from space to tell him suddenly that, oh, by the way, you are the Omega, or something. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking about your general white guy space opera. I'm sure your story is already much better than that. So yeah, just try to figure out how to go from hot coffee on crotch to savior of all humankind. Was it sentient raptors? Was it
Velociraptor.
there you go. Velociraptors. Was it Velociraptors? Was it some sort of, horrible virus that mutated and killed everyone else, so this guy has to repopulate the planet with the aliens who suddenly come down.
With the Velociraptors.
With the Velociraptors. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Mass Effect 4.
Or the plot of the next Jurassic Park movie. That's the only way they can top it. Dinosaurs in space.
We'll get last.
What? You don't like her?
No, sorry, no, I was looking. Okay, there was a gruesome death in the official. Well, it wasn't like it was off screen, but
Official what?
the My Little Pony comic. Wait,
Oh my god.
wait.
A gruesome death.
So, yeah, you see the.
Oh my god.
And then the next panel's like, oh dear,
Wow.
I'm sure he's fine. And they're all making horrified expressions.
What can I see?
Well, maybe the last page will
Show me.
make it. Ash, you don't have sticky hands. Wait. Like, press the arrow for them, like, left. Like, there.
Oh, there's like a deer.
But yeah, go to the bottom of that page and then the next. We were just talking about Jurassic Park. So.
Wow. Some people are saying their audio video is potentially cutting out.
Our internet has been spotty here lately. I wonder if that's to blame.
Apologies if the stream is not up to stream.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
If you guys have the video open,
Mm-hmm.
it might be better to just look at the
To pause
chat.
it. Okay.
Yeah, to pause it and just read the chat instead.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll make any difference, but... You okay, Ash?
Yeah.
If you're too headachy, you should go get ready for bed.
I can't.
Oh. Are you still writing now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, David, some people in the chat are wanting you to share the horrific thing that you just saw.
Can you link it?
Let's see. It's which issue was it? It's here. I'll find the name of it. I'm doing this one-handed, so bear with me. Got the popsicle.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the root of the problem is one of the story arcs in the official like My Little Pony comic by IDW Publishing. Elena did a cover for one of the early issues,
I think it was number 3.
and oh yeah, spoilers. The main 6 ponies gathered an army of forest creatures to destroy this amusement park.
Why?
That was
They hate fun.
the
Pinkie Pie was okay with this?
the Minotaur. I forgot his name. Who he he was bulldozing the forest to develop there. And he, I haven't reached the last page, but apparently he is like devoured by a hydra, and we see the like grossed out reactions by the main 6. So. It was unexpected.
I hope you guys can keep an eye on the chat because I don't have it.
I've got an eye on it.
Oh, it wasn't Iron Will. His name is Well-To-Do. But yeah, the comic has a lot of original characters.
I can move this stuff too.
That's fine.
Yeah, the 100th episode, Elena, that was the one with Dr. Hooves and the best
muffins.
friends.
Oh God, what terrible.
bronies have infiltrated the the writing team.
I don't think they did. I don't think they even did it the way bronies would have wanted to see it, though. Everybody ships Lyra and Bonbon, but they totally gal-palled them.
Which one is Bonbon?
Bonbon is the one, she's like a very pale, like a yellowy white color like this, and she has like purple and magenta mane. And she's always seen with Lyra, who is the teal, like minty colored pony.
Toothpaste one.
Yeah. Well, she's not actually a toothpaste one.
She's Colgate, right?
No. That's Colgate. There's one called Lyra
really?
who has a lyre. Yeah.
I didn't know there was actually a Colgate.
There is. And she actually has a toothbrush.
What?
Yeah.
I always called Lyra Colgate.
Oh, no, that's the actual Colgate.
I'm so wrong. I'm amazed.
But if you Google Lyra and Bonbon, you'll see what they look like. But anyway, in this episode, they had them repeatedly call each other best friends. And it was like, come on now.
Oh, yeah, I remember what they look like. But Lyra's definitely more of a toothpaste color than that other thing. Looks way more like toothpaste.
When you can't get that line art right.
I can't believe you've already inked so much.
Yeah. I blazed through it.
Blaze through it. Ha ha.
Ha
It's gonna
ha
happen.
ha ha ha. Stop laughing, you're making me cry. For anyone who's played Final Fantasy X, you'll know what we're talking about. Hope Ash is okay.
Me too. I can take the wheel if you go check on her.
I might check on her in just a sec. You're right there. You're right there, Haas.
No. What's that?
When I finish drawing her necklace here, I'll go check on Ash real quick.
Everyone in the chat is like, go talk to her, Elena, it's okay.
I will. I'll be right there. I'm gonna... Okay. I'll finish her arm. Okay. I'll make you a new layer so you can draw this.
Alright.
Sarah will entertain you for a moment while I go check on Ash.
Okay, chat, I'll take requests. Who wants to see a mustache on who? Joe says, give Lupo a handlebar mustache. I'll work on it, Joe.
No time to lose.
No time to lose. Alma could be back any minute. Oh, yeah. I think that really suits him. I think it's something that he would enjoy. I think he would also really enjoy patchy sideburns. Someone suggests burbs. I can do burbs. There's Magpie. I can't see the chat very well, so bear with me, folks. I'll draw Luna, Lupo's little pug. Ryan says, she can't see the chat. Type louder, everyone. Sheeple says, draw a gym of your choice. I actually have a gym OC on Tumblr, but I won't draw her. I hear movement upstairs. Which gym should I draw, David?
Gem?
Yeah,
Gem,
from Steven Universe.
Amethyst.
Amethyst? Draw Amethyst? Okay. Are you ready, chat? I'm drawing Amethyst.
She wants
Oh my
to
god.
go.
There she is, folks.
Let's try.
I wasn't doing anything. Ellen's back.
So
Game over.
Since I finished inking, and Ash isn't feeling too good, she'll be all right, but she's not going to come down to say bye. She said we can end without her. I think that's it for tonight, and I'll probably color this tomorrow.
That's Luna.
I see. I'll probably finish coloring this tomorrow, so keep your eye out for an announcement about the coloring of the wallpaper. And are there any last questions before we finish up the stream?
Final chance, folks. Joe suggested the handlebar mustache for Lupo. Thought it was
Maybe
a
when
nice
he's a
touch.
little older.
I thought he would dig patchy sideburns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's something he'd be into. Petit Jojo asks, does Oscar smoke? No, that would be terrible
can't
for her
imagine
form.
It would
Should.
ruin her, silken skin.
And her silky teeth. That one from Gotham asked for the Goodnight song. Shall we sing it? David, you need to sing Ash's part. Come over here.
Yeah. It might sound a little rough on the edges tonight, guys.
Yeah. I'll let everybody know
Yes.
that you wish Ash well.
Mhm.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good
night. You've got time.